Welcome to Head Full of Radio, where a longtime Radiohead fan goes through the whole recorded discography alongside his friend, who's only familiar with the song Creep. Will we agree on the songs? Can I convert him into a fan? Let's find out. All right, here we go. You ready?
Yep. Am I doing a 3, 2, 1? Oh no, we're doing it.
No, I got to do the intro part. Hello and welcome back. We are now on song number 4 from the Creep single, which is $1 Million Question. This is another song written after the band got signed, which it's looking at the corporate mentality, fat bankrolls and big promises. It also kind of reflects Tom's feelings of doubt at this time. It was a favorite in 1992 and 1993 for live shows, but then was dropped from set lists when Pablo Honey came out. I think this is I haven't heard this too many times. I do know that for a long time before it was on the internet, it was really bootlegged because I remember this title for a long time. So, yeah.
Yeah, the title intrigues me for sure.
Well, let's throw it on when you're ready.
Let's find out what is $1 Million Question.
Go!
Makes me think like beginning song of like a set list. I could imagine they just coming out and playing this as their first song.
Yeah, it's a good intro. It's also got the same kind of vibes as the last song, Inside My Head, but better.
Yeah, like this feels like it has a bit more like mass appeal, but the other one felt a bit more all in on something that just for me personally.
Yeah. It still gives me like late 80s vibes.
Yeah, definitely now that he's got to that point. Which is the more that he sings. Instrumentally though, I'm kind of different.
Well, I like this part.
Yeah, once they start doing this twangy stuff, I'm like, what's of that?
I actually kind of feel like this is it's weird hearing this because it just doesn't sound like the Radiohead I know. Right? Even up to now, I know we talked a little bit about this in the last song, but it's just so different.
Definitely
it doesn't fit in that box of what I perceive to be Pablo Honey era Radiohead.
Yeah. It's not got that like melancholy just like dripping from it.
I do think this is a much better song than Inside My Head.
Oh, I agree.
Would have been cool to see live too.
Yeah, like I can imagine really enjoying being in the audience, like loving this and really getting psyched.
Yeah. I like all that fuzz. That's awesome. I think this song actually, for me, shows me where they're going a lot more.
Yeah, I assuming that it's going to go in this direction, I can see how that would be the case.
Yeah, it's not like they end up here, but it's more positive to what the band becomes a little bit more to me.
Interesting.
But I don't think I would specifically come back and like listen to this. It sounds like a song that I would have heard on a soundtrack to a movie that came out in 1992.
Okay.
Yeah. So how would you rate that song?
It's interesting now that we're like, because obviously I had a sort of a baseline having listened to Pablo Honey, so I've got like things to like rate things relative to. I think what we listened to beforehand I don't know, like, I feel like I could have even dropped the previous song, the not million dollar question, that's what we just listened to, inside my head, like even lower now, because I'm not sure quite how to rate this. Like, my first thing that came to mind was like a fill, so a 2, but then that feels a bit too close to inside my head, which for me was like quite a bit lower. But just vibes wise, I'd maybe fill is a bit low. It's the first thing that came to mind, but I could push to a fill and a half. But yeah, it's not quite hit the ed threshold for me yet.
I hope one day the band hears this and just laughs about the fact that our rating system is that. But I completely agree with you. It's significantly better than Inside My Head, but it's not like the greatest thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's more positive, but it's still in the same light as that song, and it's sort of a little bit outside of the spectrum that we've already been listening to.
Yeah, it feels quite like a replaceable song. Like, it doesn't really do a lot, but it's kind of just like nice enough.
That's a perfect way to represent that. Thank you, Nico.
Thank you.
This podcast is recorded over Discord and produced by me, Floyd. The introduction and exit music is a cover of Radiohead's Separator and is available on all streaming services under the band name Lift. Find us on Instagram @HeadFullOfRadio.